Breaking now at 10, a dead body found in Osceola County. We're live in St. Cloud as investigators gather clues to try and figure out what happened. Plus, a community at a loss for words following the disappearance of a woman in Titusville.
It's still not real, to a lot of us. So I don't think we've coped very well with it.
Where the investigation stands tonight after her car was found burned and the suspect behind bars. And a direct view of the deputy's drone getting shot down while the suspect was being watched in the first place.
WESH 2 News on CW18 starts with breaking news.
Tonight, a community is hoping for answers. 72-year-old Jessie Kirk is still missing, and police charged a man for taking her truck. That truck was found burned, and burns were found on the man who police say may have been involved in her disappearance. WESH 2's Tony Atkins is live at the Titusville Police Department tonight, and Tony, Kirk was loved in the community.
Yeah, I also spoke, Jesse, with Mayor Andrew Connors, who said he knew Jessie Kirk personally, and he, like many other people here in this community, say that they're hoping for the best and hoping for some closure in this case. And I've also been in constant contact with members of Kirk's family at this point. They still aren't quite ready to talk. However, they say they have been in contact with several law enforcement agencies that are looking into this case. And police here in Titusville, they say if you have any information about Kirk's disappearance, to give them a call or to call Crime Line at 1-800-423-TIPS. I'm covering Brevard County live in Titusville tonight. Tony Atkins, WESH 2 News.
All right, Tony, thank you. Now a death investigation underway in Osceola County. WESH 2's Haley Crumblehome is there live. Haley, what have you learned so far tonight?
Well, at this point, I can tell you that just within the last 20 minutes or so, law enforcement left the scene here. We're on Zuni Road in St. Cloud, and this is a pretty residential area. There's condos nearby and some homes, but this investigation all seemed to center on this wooded area behind me here. Now, even going around this corner, this whole area taped off with police tape. People tell us that they were out here for hours. There were deputies out here. There was a forensics truck all here when we got here. Now, all we know right now is that this is a death investigation and that a woman was found. At this point, we don't know how that woman died or if the sheriff's office believes that this was a suspicious death. Now, while we were out here, there were some family members obviously distraught. At this point, we're still working to confirm what happened here. As soon as we have more information, we're going to bring it to you on air and online at WESH.com. Covering Osceola County, Haley Crumblehome, WESH 2 News.
All right, taking a live look outside through our Venue 52 camera in Sanford. You can see it's calm, the sky, a little bit of gray something in there. First warning, Chief Meteorologist Tony Manalfi joining us now. Tony, we've made it past that line of storms we were expecting, but there's still some changes.
Yeah, we got the wind out there, and that's going to bring in that drier and that colder air. Let's take a look at our top two weather stories here, Jess, and you're going to see that we are talking about that cool down coming in as we go through tomorrow and then into Friday morning, and then the weekend warm up. A lot of folks going to be outside. Bike Week, Central Florida Fair. We've got golf, and we've got the Arnold Palmer Invitational. The weather's going to be looking pretty good for the start of the weekend. We'll have some showers and storms late Sunday. Live look in over towards downtown right now. Temperatures dropped off to about 64, 65 here in the metro areas. A little bit cooler up to the north, right around 63. Our storm system now well east of us. We still have the wind in the wake of that storm. Winds are running, the gust anyway, 15 to about 28 miles an hour. We take a look here at Futurecast, and overnight tonight, things are going to be pretty quiet. Another front kind of drops on through. The daybreak temperature, 46 in Ocala, 45 up towards Citra. Tavares, Astatula, Eustis, right around 48. 49 degrees, Orlando 52, and DeLand coming in at about 47. So a cooler start, a cooler afternoon tomorrow. I'll break that down and we'll take a look at the all-important weekend forecast straight ahead.
New tonight, former Orlando Police Chief Orlando Rolone and current Claremont Police Chief Charles Broadway are the two finalists to take over the Kissimmee Police Department. The city manager will make the final decision. Kissimmee Police Chief Betty Holland resigned in the wake of a grand jury indictment of an officer accused of excessive use of force and a letter from the state attorney's office addressing truthfulness and conduct within the department surrounding the investigation. Suspended Orlando City Commissioner Regina Hill is running for her old District 5 seat. Governor Ron DeSantis removed Hill from office after she was arrested last March. She's accused of getting power of attorney over a 96-year-old woman and then using it to drain her bank account. That case is ongoing.
I haven't been convicted of a crime. I've always maintained my innocence. I stand in my truth, and that's why I'm running. Not because I'm hoping for vindication. I'm certain I will be vindicated when my side of the story is presented.
We reached out to the current District 5 Commissioner, Shan Rose. She says she filed to run for re-election in July of last year and, quote, "Our community deserves a leader who will continue to fight for honesty, integrity, and real change," unquote. Port Orange Councilman Lance Green will spend a year on probation and 6 months with a suspended license after a drunk driving incident that led to a crash. Detectives say Green crashed into another car, then switched seats with the passenger in an attempt to cover up what happened in September. According to court records, Green pled no contest. The court said he was guilty. Lance remains on the city council. A spokesperson for the city declined to comment. New pictures show what Tavares police detectives say is evidence that paints the picture of abuse against a 10-year-old boy. In here you can see a ladder, a 10-pound weight, and duct tape. Detectives say the boy's mom and her boyfriend used to restrain the boy while they dropped the weight. He's still in critical condition. Detectives say they also found this piece of insulated copper wire, which they say their mother and her boyfriend used on the 10-year-old boy and his younger brother. The boy's mother, Kimberly Mills, and her boyfriend, Andre Walker, are in jail facing several charges, including child abuse. A man is in jail after a deadly shooting in Daytona Beach early yesterday morning. John Oliphant III is facing first-degree murder and burglary charges. The shooting happened around 4 in the morning yesterday along Butler Boulevard. One person died and another got pistol whipped. Detectives say this was not a random shooting, and everyone in the home where this all happened knew each other through drug activities. In Lake County, video shows the moment deputies say a man shot at their drone. You can see the moment of impact in the video as the camera gets knocked around. Detectives say the drone is damaged beyond repair because of that, but they were able to land it and then send in the SWAT team. Deputies say Justin Kress recently went on a one-man rampage, first allegedly mowing down his neighbor's fence with his SUV, then shooting at a neighbor's dog. Justin Kress faces 2 charges, criminal mischief for the fence and shooting a deadly missile into an aircraft. August 2nd is a date forever etched in the hearts of the Lake County Sheriff's Office and the community. It was that day a deputy was shot and killed and 2 others were hurt in a shootout with a family detectives say was waiting for them. Today, an award ceremony honored both deputies, Harold Howell and Stefano Gargano. The men tried to save Deputy Bradley Link despite being shot at themselves and trying to protect deputies right behind them. Also honored the man who died protecting his community, Deputy Link. His widow accepted his medal. Next at 10, life-changing encounters with raging animals.
It just, bam, it lit me up, man. I felt like I stuck my foot in a light socket.
A closer look at Central Florida attacks with animals coming a little bit too close for comfort. Tony.
And a lot of blue now showing up on our 24-hour temperature change as the cooling trend is now underway. I'll show you why temperatures are going to be well below normal tomorrow into Friday morning. All straight ahead.
It's happy hours on CW18.
Let's do this.
Get ready for laughs, and even bigger laughs. CW18's Happy Hours, weeknights starting at 5, only on CW18.
To that I say kaboom!
From gators to sharks, bears, and snakes. If it's got fangs or claws, good chance we've got it in Central Florida. But when these wild animals and humans mix, things can go left quickly. WESH 2's Meredith McDonough takes a closer look at when animals attack. Some good advice there. All right, we'll have to wait another day to see Starship blast off. This morning, SpaceX rescheduled the launch of the world's biggest rocket to tomorrow. Launch has now been pushed back twice this week. Once it does get off the ground, SpaceX says it will attempt its first payload deployment, a batch of Starlink simulators. We'll also try to catch the booster back at the pad using the so-called chopsticks attached to the tower. The launch window opens tomorrow night at 6:30. Meantime, everything's looking good for Athena. That's the new lunar lander from Intuitive Machines, set to touch the surface tomorrow. IAM shared this video yesterday of Athena orbiting the moon. It says the lander is in excellent shape. Crews have calibrated the lander's navigation cameras to help with the landing and avoid any trouble spots on the moon's surface. Landing is set for around 12:30 our time tomorrow afternoon. Very cool stuff there. And through all the clouds at some points today, people were looking up to the sky. That kind of storm system we were expecting out of the way.
Yeah, in and out very quickly. And I tell you what, when we take a look now at this 7-day forecast, it's going to be cool tomorrow. So if you like that cooler weather, sliding glass doors, windows open, the pooch running up in the backyard there, and your gate, they're going to be loving life. Friday morning's chilly. For round 2 of the Arnold Palmer Invitational, we're going to be in the 40s. We'll quickly warm up by the afternoon. Our next weather maker arrives Sunday evening on into Monday. Could be another round of showers and storms then. Of course, we'll keep you posted on that. But I'm hoping that that round of rain will come in as the Arnold Palmer is concluding on Sunday evening. Live looking outside up towards Daytona Beach right now. Temperature sitting at 64 degrees. It's 63 Claremont and 65 on into Melbourne. So we've got the first front that came through earlier. Little secondary piece of energy comes through overnight tonight with just a few clouds. But that is going to bring in that drier and that cooler air. With the storms today, we picked up anywhere from close to an inch in Narcoossee, St. Cloud over 3/4 of an inch of rain, Kissimmee, Crescent Lake's doing pretty well. And the peak wind gusts today with the storms anywhere from 40 to close to 60 miles an hour. With that one severe warned storm, I should say, in Volusia County early today. So a little secondary piece comes through. Models are hinting at a sprinkle tonight up north. We'll have to wait and see on that, but tomorrow looks fantastic. Look at these temperatures now. Lynn, 47. Rutland, you're coming in at 47. Leesburg, 49. Metro areas, low 50s, even back towards the coast, upper 40s and low 50s. So let's take a look at that setup now. Northwesterly flow on Thursday, a very chilly, comfortably cool afternoon, I should say, in the middle to the upper 60s. Cold start on Friday. High pressure slides to the east. Things dry on out. And speaking of drying out, we take a look at the Keach Byram Drought Index. Look at the soil moisture content. It's pretty dry off towards the west. So tomorrow, fire weather watch is high because of the wind and the low relative humidity. So we don't want to be burning anything tomorrow because the fire can move very quickly. Look at these temps tomorrow. Normal high 78. We're going to be close to about 68 here in town. A little bit cooler up to the north in the mid 60s. Now, when we take a look at the 12-hour forecast for Sanford, 50s into the middle and upper 60s by the afternoon. 4 rounds of golf here. We're good with Thursday. We're chilly on Friday morning, looking good in the afternoon. Saturday, we're warming up nicely. Sunday is going to be warm, but as we head into the evening, we could be dealing with some showers and storms. Round 2 is going to be the coldest in the morning. 40s in many areas, waking up on Friday, even back towards the coast. And then for bike weekend, Friday, Saturday look great. Sunday late afternoon, could have some showers and storms rolling on in, but at least it is going to be warm. There's Saturday now. You can see pretty quiet. Little disturbance rides along this front and continues to drop southward as we get you into Sunday night on into Monday. The year has been way more aggressive with the amount of rain along that front, whereas the GFS, not so much. Plenty of time to kind of fine-tune this for you guys going forward, and we'll be doing that over the next couple days. So again, recapping, cool tomorrow. Friday's our transition day, warm this weekend, and storm Sunday night on into Monday.
What do you want to watch?
The Big Bang.
It's one of my all-time favorites. You got this.
Sounds like a party.
Did someone say party? Party's my middle name. Every night at 7 o'clock. Bang, bang.
Let's watch TV.
We'll have some laughs.
I know! Are you having fun?
Oh, yeah, this is it.
The Big Bang Theory. Weeknights at 7. Only on CW18.
Still funny.
Putting insurance companies under the microscope. A new report claims they gave big bucks to shareholders while dropping Florida customers. Next at 10, we're diving deeper into a state lawmaker's push for an investigation. Plus, rising rent in Daytona Beach. How leaders there are looking to help tenants stay in their home in the midst of prices going up.
Local, live, late breaking. WESH 2 News on CW18 starts now.
Taking a live look out to New Smyrna Beach. You can see it's clear, but it's a little cooler this night across Central Florida. Chief Meteorologist Tony Manolfi here with us. Tony, we saw a couple storms earlier today. They moved by quickly.
They did.
And now we're dealing with the aftermath.
Yeah, so let's set the stage here. So it was a warm afternoon today before the storms came on. In fact, let me show you the high temperatures today, folks, here in Central Florida. Range from about 76 in Ocala to close to 85 in southern Brevard County. Then the storms came through. We dropped off into the 60s. Now back towards the coast, it's a good-looking night. Back towards Rusty's at Port Canaveral. Temperatures now have fallen back into the mid-60s here. Mid-60s metro area, lower 60s now north and west of the I-4 corridor. A little secondary front kind of zipping on through here right along I-10. That will kind of sneak on in late tonight. And behind it, you can see some cooler air waiting in the wings in the panhandle to come southward. The winds will change from west to northwest and still be quite breezy even out the door tomorrow morning. And by the time you're stepping out the door in the morning, the temperatures will have fallen back into the middle and the upper 40s here in Marion, Sumter, and Lake County. The metro areas from Sanford down towards Kissimmee, low 50s. Palm Coast down to New Smyrna Beach, 45 to about 50, and about 50 to 55 from Titusville on into southern Brevard County. And that cool northwest flow will keep our temperatures on the cool side tomorrow. We'll take a closer look at that and look ahead to the upcoming weekend when I see you coming up at 10:48.
The Florida Forest Service is deploying a 35-member team to help firefighters in South Carolina combat a string of wildfires. Over the past week, the Carolinas have dealt with more than 170 wildfires in that area. Meantime, an intense storm reached the East Coast early this morning, delivering deadly thunderstorms and fueled fast-spreading wildfires. There have been 3 storm-related deaths so far, all of them in Mississippi. Laura Geary reports. New tonight, an investigation is underway in Florida to determine whether insurance companies hid profits while going bankrupt, dropping policyholders after major hurricanes and in some cases tripling rates. Dave Elias with our sister station in Fort Myers walks us through how this will impact homeowners. Hurricane Ian's caused more than $300 million worth of damage in Orange County in 2022, and some people are still looking to rebuild. The county is starting a new program to help homeowners still dealing with damage. It's called Orange County Recovers. The program uses community relief funds to address housing recovery needs, including repairing, rebuilding, or replacing homes damaged by the September 2022 hurricane. The county is investing $35 million it got from federal funding.
To assist affected residents in restoring their homes to ensure they are safe and livable for their families.
Homeowners qualify if they owned and were living in the home at the time of Hurricane Ian and still own the home. Looking ahead in Orange County, the mayor's annual Jazz in the Park event is happening this weekend. The free event at Cypress Grove Park will feature multiple live performances. Bring a lawn chair and a picnic basket, whatever you want, and enjoy an afternoon of jazz. The event kicks off at 11:30 and runs until 6:30. Spring break, of course, underway, but if you're still looking for ways to save, we got you covered. Ahead tonight, the best ways to keep a few extra dollars in your pocket while enjoying that next getaway or staycation. Tony.
And speaking of enjoying, we've got some great weather to enjoy the next couple of days as cooler air filters in from up north. It's not going to last long. Going to break out the lows and the highs the next couple of days. Coming up in the next couple minutes. See you then.
Drivers are relentless.
We're just here for one thing only. To win and win the next one and just keep it rolling.
This Saturday, Justin Allgaier returns to Phoenix to defend his Xfinity Series championship against a field of hungry up-and-comers.
Anything can happen here.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Saturday at 4:30 on CW18. Weeknights at 6. Get schooled with Young Sheldon and the Big Bang Theory.
That does sound fun. Okay.
A part of CW18's Happy Hours. CW18's Happy Hours. Weeknights starting at 5. Only on CW18.
A lot of people have already booked spring break getaways, and as we know, Central Florida is a popular spot. But experts say there's still time to book and save if you want to, have a little staycation. Jen Sullivan breaks down the deals that you can still get. More than 100 high schoolers are in Washington, D.C. this week as part of the United States Senate Youth Program. Kids get to learn the ins and outs of politics and public service at a place where it happens. And tonight they were at a reception with senators, which is a long-standing tradition and one of the week's highlights of the program. Each student also gets a $10,000 college scholarship. The program is a flagship initiative of the Hearst Foundations. They operate separately from the Hearst Corporation, which is the parent company of WESH 2 and CW18. New at 10, Edgewater High School alum Omari Jones is going pro. Jones won a bronze medal in men's boxing at the 2024 Paris Olympics, and since then, Orange County Public Schools says he's taken time to talk with students. Omari will face off against Alessio Mastronunzio on March 15th in his professional debut. The city of Apopka will light up green for Philadelphia Eagles defensive tackle Jalen Carter. The now two-time Super Bowl champion will be coming home later this week, and local businesses are working with volunteers to literally glow with pride in the team's signature green color. The fun starts Saturday night with a block party on East 5th Street. Carter and his family will be there. And of course, Carter played at Apopka High School and graduated in 2020. Bringing in First Warning Chief Meteorologist Tony Manalfi. Tony, is it going to be nice this weekend for that?
I like most of the weather. I think Sunday late we may have some issues. The first three rounds look absolutely fabulous.
All right.
Let's take a look now at the updated 7-day forecast there, Jess. You can see we've got dry conditions Thursday and Friday. Most of Saturday looks dry, well to the north. Marion County could have a couple showers late. And then Saturday night we spring forward with the clock. Sunday, we'll start off nice. It'll warm up into the 80s. Late day showers and storms will arrive, likely carry over into early Monday morning, where the temperatures do drop back into the lower 70s. Tuesday on into Wednesday, there's your return back to near normal temperatures, as you can see here. Ocala's coming in 63, over towards the Kennedy Space Center, right around 66 degrees. That drier air is building south tonight behind our storm system, and that's the sign of that drier and that cooler air that'll be marching on in as we go through the night. A little secondary disturbance right here is really going to be the feature that drives in that cooler air. We had the rain today in Brevard County, Cocoa, Merritt Island, Vista Way, Port St. John, right around 1/4 to 1/2 an inch of rain. And then the rainfall year to date, we still need some help. We're still running behind, anywhere from about 1.5 inches to just over 3 inches behind in the city of Leesburg, at least where the airport is anyway. Recent wind gusts, still gusty tonight in that 25 to 35 range from Ocala to Sanford back towards Daytona Beach. So definitely a breeze, and with temperatures falling back by daybreak tomorrow morning, a lot of you will need a jacket out the door at the bus stops and or into work. Mid-40s here, Waresdale, Webster, Leesburg in the upper 40s, Claremont in the upper 40s. Elsewhere, temperatures running between about 50 and 55 degrees. Let's take a look at Futurecast. I wanted to show you the winds now. Sustained out the door in the morning, 15 to 25 gust, I should say, and then by the afternoon, noontime, running in that 20 to 30 mile an hour range, and that's why the fire danger is going to be running a little bit higher during the day tomorrow. Winds will slacken on off overnight Friday into Friday afternoon, but clouds will start rolling in, and we'll keep an eye on those. Not expecting any rain, but again, just a sign of some high-level moisture in the form of those clouds. Temps tomorrow on the cool side, middle and upper 60s. We take a look at the afternoon highs, 65 to about 70. Remember, normal high would be up around 78. All right, DeLand, afternoon highs for you, middle in the upper 60s, over towards Epcot, and the attractions looking absolutely glorious. If you have the time tomorrow and you're off, get over there and enjoy it. All right, four-round tournament here. As we go from Thursday to Friday on into Saturday, we're warming up. Could be some late day showers and storms on the back end there, waking up there on Sunday afternoon, I should say, some late day showers and storms. Look at the readings now. Friday morning for round 2, Bay Hill, woohoo, it's going to be a bit chilly in the mid-40s. Central Florida Fair looking fabulous, 76, 82, and 82. So here's the setup. There's your front, slowly dropping south. Little disturbance rides along that, and that's where the showers and storms come in. Euro is a bit more aggressive than the American GFS model. Plenty of time to watch this. The first 3 rounds look pretty good, though. Let's put it all together one more time. 68, to 76, low 80s by the weekend, low 70s to start early next week.
All right, Tony, speaking of, it's time. The Arnold Palmer's here.
Yeah, and it's Orlando's signature event, but it means so much more than just a great golf tournament. Why the family of Mr. Palmer says that's always going to be the case, at least as long as they have say. Plus, it was the Pro-Am today. The stars were out at Bay Hill. Let them play. Everybody knows that funny man. We'll hear from Nate Bargatze and a Hall of Famer coming up next.
Now, WESH 2 Sports on CW18. Sponsored by attorney Dan Newland.
Bigger than the game of golf. Hello, everybody. I'm Darren Stoltzfus. Just as Arnold Palmer made an impact far beyond the game of golf, his family's vision is that the tournament bearing his name will continue to do the same thing in Central Florida. This tournament, just a tool to help make our community better. And Mr. Palmer's daughter, Amy Saunders, well, she's doing her best to make sure that continues year after year. That swing is so smooth, though. All right, basketball parting shots. Gators win on the road at Alabama. UCF wins their home finale over Oklahoma State. That's it for sports. Back over to you.
All right, Darren, thank you. They like being out there, though. They might not be his sport, but he's still good at it.
Yeah, Darren was having so much fun out there. Nate Bargatze, all the athletes, all the comedians, all the entertainment out there. He was in his element out there.
Absolutely.
Let's take a look now at that forecast, Jess. Out the door tomorrow morning. 5, 7, 9, 53, 52, 57. Crisp and cool with a lot of wind out there. And in fact, the wind will be with us all afternoon long. So you're going to definitely need a jacket out the door in the morning. Good news is heading into the weekend, we are going to warm up into the lower 80s. Saturday night, Sunday morning, 2 a.m. We spring forward with those clocks. And Sunday night, we may actually have some showers and thunderstorms. We'll keep you posted on that going forward.
Good reminder to set that clock. All right, Tony, thank you. Remember, you can wake up with WESH. The Sunrise Cruise starts at 4:30 a.m. with overnight news, that all-important first warning weather and traffic. And we're staying on top of everything tonight. Flip over to WESH 2 for local live late breaking news at 11. We'll see you later.
Thank you for watching WESH 2 News and trusting First Warning Weather. Certified Central Florida's most accurate forecast 17 years straight.
I can't believe this is happening.
It's happening.
The funniest late night lineup is on CW18.
I like that. Because what the young people are doing is what I'm doing too.
I couldn't be more excited.
Tonight starting at 11 on CW18.